In April 2017, a parliamentary report known as the Naylor Report was released detailing the state of fundamental science research in Canada.
The report highlighted how federal funding for research has declined over the past decade, leaving a dilapidated and underfunded system to support future growth across basic and social sciences research.
They discussed the lack of coordination within and between research funding agencies, creating structural barriers to accessing research funding, and has hampered the ability for science to affect meaningful change in our country.
The report addresses fundamental and systemic issues in the Canadian research community by laying out a bold new vision for future research in Canada. The report seeks to address and combat issues of underfunding, underrepresentation, and inequality that impede progress and future innovation in Canadian society.
The Naylor Report recommends addressing the lack of coordination between the four major funding agencies, NSERC, CIHR, SSHRC, and CFI, by creating the National Advisory Council on Research and Innovation to oversee and coordinate research. They recommend increasing total federal funding by $1.3 billion and developing a comprehensive strategic plan to fund research that is led and informed by Indigenous communities. They also advocate for addressing the significant gender inequality that exists at nearly all stages of research and increasing diversity and opportunity by implementing systematic changes to address bias and injustice when allocating funding. Finally, they emphasize the need to increase support for early career researchers.
I support the report because having funding opportunities early in my research career can help open doors in the future.
I support the report because good research leads to better policymaking.
I support the report because properly funding and allocating Canada Research Chair positions is important for providing students with the brightest instructors available.
I support the report so that international students that come to Canada can have the opportunity to apply for research funding.
I support the report because as a medical physics student, I see the benefit of supporting fundamental science every day.
I support the report because innovation is too unpredictable for federal science funding to neglect fundamental research.
I support the report because I believe that funding councils shouldn't have to choose between supporting early career researchers and funding investigator-led research.
I support the report because the peer review process shouldn't shut down new ideas.
I support the report because I would like to see more diversity in the Canada Research Chairs.
I support the report because social sciences and humanities have been chronically underfunded in the past, and that needs to change in the future.
I support the report because it addresses gender inequality that exists at nearly all stages of research.